Hey guys! Today I will be doing a review for Battletoads. When you will be watching this would have just launched via Game Pass, which will be available on Xbox or PC. I played it on Xbox and yeah, I was graciously given a code to be able to test this in early access, which was fantastic. A little bit about the game. I mean, if you're watching this, I'm yeeting a pen around. If you're watching this, you probably know a bit about the game, but the general basis of it is your toads. Your intelligence level is, you fumbled that stat. You are returning to steal the spotlight, to smash, stomp and drill their way through a action-packed adventure. If you've played the Battletoads original game, you know that it is typically known for being a difficult game and the bane of pretty much anyone's existence, really. So yeah, I played it with a friend. I had one come over and we played it on Toad difficulty, which is the middle difficulty. They had Tadpole Toad and then Battletoad. Battletoad allowed invincibility to be turned off, so you couldn't use invincibility. We didn't use invincibility anyway. What we would do is turn, because you can tag in a different toad, because you've got three. You've got Rash, I don't remember their names. Rash, Zitz and Pimble. I know them by like what they look like. I never remember names. So we would tag the different toads in and then like revive ourselves, so that was probably a bit dodgy. But yeah, we never had to use the invincibility. Difficulty wise, I mean, I didn't have anyone throwing me into the environment, which is what I had with the first game. I had friends throwing me consistently into the environment, and that was my biggest gripe with the game. It actually wasn't the game, it was actually that my friends would do that to me. That was my biggest problem with the original game. And so that subtraction, you know, subtracting that issue is a plus for me. For the people that yeeted me, they probably wouldn't like that so much. So I don't know, in a review sense, I don't know what to say for that one, because that's a personal preference. If you're the person that was typically throwing people into the lava or whatever environment place it was, you probably won't like that change. If you were the person usually being thrown, you will love it. The only con I can really consider or think of right now is that it's not embraced the power of co-op, in the sense of, yes, the old game was a couch co-op, but the modern game has not embraced the future. It's not embraced the power of what Xbox Live has to offer and bring friends together and play online. Something I love about even the Lego games was something that, you know, you could play with your friends online, and then with the modern Lego games they stopped that as well, and that's something that's highly irritating for me. So I don't purchase new Lego games unless they're massively discounted, purely because they do not offer online multiplayer. It's quite frankly not necessarily easy to have people come over to your house to play a game. So the whole couch co-op thing, it's good if you've got a family, but it's not necessarily the easiest thing. If you're on a game, like a lot of my friends are interstate, like a lot of my personal friends are interstate, so if I wanted to play games with them, I'm limited in the sense that I can't pull out Battletoads, I can't pull out Lego games, I can't pull out games that have that whole aspect like that. And these games can definitely utilize these things, because Castle Crashers is a perfect example of being able to utilize online abilities. Like, they did it. So that's my only real negative, is the lack of online functionality. They really could have done something there. The music, like for the battles, the boss battles, all of that was great. When you started the game, initially like the first entrance, I was a bit like, oh, is this gonna be the humor like through the whole thing? Because I don't know, it wasn't my thing. Like the first entrance part, I was like, no, no, I can't do this. It turned out that this isn't, I'm gonna keep this spoiler free, but this is like the first thing, so it's fine. It's for a specific reason, so get through that and the humor will change and adapt to what it should be. So if you're a little thrown by how it's like first introduced, I was. Yeah, they actually have a reason for that. It is story related because yeah, that it was not my humor. And then it was actually at the start of Act 2, they had a joke, which I won't share in here, but they had a joke that I loved. So the humor definitely adapts as it goes on. With the tagging, like between different toads, like changing toads, that actually also allowed for better combos. So while we were doing it to res ourselves, it actually is beneficial to the game. Battletoads also was known for its difficulty. I know I was doing that, like talking about that. It was known about its difficulty. We really sucked at the racing. There was a racing segment. You're in your like pod things, whatever they were. And like the most in your face thing was like at the end where it's like, for the extra collectible, you know, finish this level in 8 minutes and 30 seconds. And we're like 27 minutes. We sucked. Okay, we sucked. We had a dog distracting us, so like a bit of leeway, but oh my god, we sucked. So there was some difficulty there, and we weren't on the hardest difficulty, so I was like, Battle wise, we get downed a fair bit. I mean, it is hard to comment in the sense of there were distractions and stuff. Like I have a dog that I've had to shut my door so the dog won't come in. But I do have a dog that likes to just randomly decide to climb on. So I was like, can you not? Trying to, you know, not die and play a game. When you do keep dying, it popped up with a like notification, oh, deep breathe, you know. Unhelpful. When you keep going splat into a wall like a fly getting swatted, it ain't helpful, okay? So the little notes that pops up on the screen were, if anything, infuriating. So yeah, in my notes, I've written some choice words about that level. Our favourite level, I think we both had the same favourite level, which was at the Carnival, and a lot of the collectibles were behind like mini games. So like you had to do things in the level, mini games, like there's little hacking things, there's like mini games like, what's the word? It's like when you're obviously at a carnival and there's, you know, shooting mini games and stuff. There's all these little mini games as you're going through and you can find collectibles that way. And I don't know, I liked that it wasn't just an in-your-face find a collectible. There was thought behind it. You actually had to think. I really liked that aspect, and I think Blaze did too. So yeah, I think that's what we liked. The boss fight was, there was a few boss fights, but the like big boss fight at the end of Act 1 was probably the easiest. Like, yeah. I think we found the pig harder, because there's a pig you have to fight in the first level in Act 1. And I think we found the pig harder than we did the like big boss at the end of Act 1. And I don't know if that's because we'd adjusted and learnt how to play or what. It is possible we might need to bump the difficulty up, I don't know, but I'm just trying to account for our experience. But overall, like, the humour was really good, and yeah. This was not a one-sitting game. This is not something you'd sit down and complete in a day. I mean, maybe on the easiest setting. We didn't do it on the easiest setting, but this is a game that, especially if you're trying to complete with all the collectibles and, you know, with the time limits and stuff, this is something that you could easily pump a lot of hours into, and that aspect's pretty good. It's the longevity of it. I couldn't record off my Xbox, so Blaze is actually going on his PC and going to snippet some little bits and shoving it in this video. So when you see some bits, it will be PC. I believe he will be using his PC keyboard. So if he is using his keyboard, he can maybe add some text to say what that was like. I don't know. On controller, the controls are really simple. Combos are super easy to do. Battletoads original was known for its difficulty, so I don't know if it's like, I wouldn't say it's like infuriating or Ori level difficulty, because like you know how Ori has that like water level, and you're just like there's that water level. So I don't know if it's like bane of your existence difficulty. The only level that really was like making us furious, nearly said choice words, was that racing one. Oh my god, very angry. But yeah, I haven't obviously finished it. We were just playing it today, so I'm going to keep finishing it, but I wanted to finish the bulk of the video portion of my review. I will finish my review and then I will add that to this. I think it's really important that I don't speak too much on the story. I care about not spoiling things. I think that kind of covers it. With reviews, I'm not good with the chucking a number out there. I like to do a yeah, play it, or a don't, and then even then I want to make sure I say like it's on Game Pass. If it's on Game Pass, just try it. Like if you have Game Pass, it's worth trying. Like it's worth it. If it was involving purchasing a game, then I would be a, you know, yes or a no. But if you have Game Pass, try the game. It's a yes to try. That's my opinion. It's actually been really fun. Aside from that, thank you for watching, and the only thing I would add is a question I tend to get when I post anything early access. It's typically more on TikTok. It's a, who are you? I'm Chantelle, or Chantor, and I post gaming content. The thing is, I love posting videos and stuff. The thing is, my PC is in really bad shape, so I can't edit videos very well. Like, by very well I mean I'm limited to editing on my phone, so I don't post them on YouTube as much as I would love to. So most of my content is typically on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. As I upgrade my PC, which I am working on slowly, I've actually got the Corsair 680X case coming, so I'm very excited to slowly get that built up, and then keep building my setup, which you can kind of see behind me. The cables are bad. It'll be fixed when I've got my PC done, then I'll get it all sorted. But yeah, I post on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter the most because that's the most accessible off my phone. As my PC is fixed, I'll start to edit more often and get videos up more often. But as for who I am, that's where most of my community is, and I would love to build YouTube and stuff up more but that will obviously take time and consistency, which obviously would require the videos being edited and stuff a little bit more, or finessed. So yeah, I guess subscribe. I will start to post a little more consistently. As for why I got early access, it's more so because of my community over on Instagram and Facebook, but I still want to post, like, I put a text-based review up in an IGTV, and I want to like get the video on YouTube as well. I did have early access to Minecraft Dungeons as well, but my capture card stuffed up and my PC has stuffed up in the meantime, so yeah, life's great. If you want to head over to my Instagram, that's where I post the most often, but if you want to stick around here and keep up with my somewhat slow uploads for now, but in the future there will definitely be more, then that would be fantastic too. And yeah, I'll catch you around. Alright, see ya!